Hey YouTubers, Grimmy Dragon here, and once again it's review time. And today we're going back to Titan's Return with a look at a Voyager. Which one are we looking at? Well, all I can really say is, behold, Galvatron. So, we're going to start off with Galvatron's new mode, his travel mode, his spaceship mode, which is, pretty much the most cobbled together mode of the figure, because, it's just folding him up randomly. It looks like he could be a fan mode that the designers decided, hey, let's go with it, because it kinda shows. I mean, you got these not really wings, maybe thrusters, and you got that one stabilizer fin in the back. Got the giant cannon at the front, because he's got to have it somewhere. But I do like that it's got storage in this mode. And you have to have a reason to have a canopy, right? So it's a nice orange canopy. Translucent, has a little bit of sparkle to it too, as does the cannon, which is nice. And you open that up to reveal your Titan Master, Nucleon, who we may as well just call Megatron, because yeah, that looks like Megatron. Man, I don't see how anybody could see anything else on him. Although he does need a lot of paint. Like, this guy is all like silverish gray plastic, and it shows. The eye detail is pretty good though. I mean, really sharp paint apps there. I mean, that actually looks good. I've heard of people not getting so good with that, but yeah. He just goes right in the cockpit, like so. But, you can take the cannon off, of course. Close that up, and you might notice there's another seat there. You can fold it up like so, or just leave it as is. Make it a little ship of its own. And don't mind that noise, it was just a figure falling off, knocked it off by accident. You can take Fracas here, hopefully. Let me just put him down. Just insert him, and yeah, now he has this gigantic ship thing with a cannon for a thruster. This thing's gonna go super fast. He's gonna get sick. And, he's gonna wonder what he was thinking trying to ride this thing. Yeah, you can see him going like, boom, crash. And then Galvatron's upset because he crashed his cannon, and he's gonna get stepped on. But yeah. Anyway. Ooh, pop that off. Just pop this back on here. And yeah, that looks pretty good. I mean, for a superfluous mode, it's not bad looking. It takes a lot of imagination to really call this a ship, but it's not horrid. Okay, I'll say that much. It's not horrible. But let's see how he looks with these normal running buddies. We got Scourge from Titan's Return, of course. And we'll bring in the challenge at Cybertron, or Battle in Space, Cyclonus. Just to see how those three go together. And that looks pretty good. We'll also swap out Battle in Space Cyclonus for Combiner Wars Cyclonus. And, you know, all in all, not bad. Just put that one there, get them all together. As you can see, either version of Cyclonus goes well with this Galvatron. And at least he has a semi-believable flight mode, so you don't have to have him going Superman every time he wants to fly with his troops. So it's not bad. But in any case, that's enough for this mode. Let's get him into his true alternate mode. Okay, so now that we got Galvatron in his proper alt mode, his cannon mode, a mode that I'm sure many of us have been waiting years to see a new version of, at least on the official scale. It looks really good. I do like this cannon form. Looks a little sleeker, looks a little longer than his original G1 toy. Well, it still retains everything that is essential for that cannon mode. You got the big orange fusion cannon barrel, which looks like it has a sub-cannon at the bottom, which is cool. The top is actually done very sleekly. This little flap thing actually does blend well, even though it is a noticeably different shade of purple than the plastic, which is unfortunate, but at least it's close. You got the treads at the bottom, which go pretty well. Oddly enough, this part is painted, this one's molded, and yeah, you can kind of tell the difference between the plastic colors, which is unfortunate. It's not a big deal, it's a minor nitpick at best, but it can be kind of annoying to some, I'm sure. But I do like how you got the purple here, got the back of the cannon looking pretty good. Not easy to get these to stay together though, so they might not go very flush for you, which is unfortunate, but as you can tell, it can be workable. All in all, looks really good. I do like it. You do have spots on the back for Titan Masters to stand, so you can just peg them on there. We'll get Fracas here. You just peg them on. They're kind of set to look to the sides or to look at each other. So it's kind of like they're having an argument, or Nucleon's giving Fracas orders. Either way, yeah, they do look pretty cool on there, and I do like that there is some Titan Master functionality here. Although it is sad that can't really access the cockpit from this mode, or the seat for the cannon, for that matter, because they're all upside down, which is a shame, but you know, that's the way it is. You want to get it right, you gotta do it like this. In fact, that's the only way it will actually fit. So yeah, so we'll get these guys off for a moment, and then we will bring in my G1 color, my G1 animated movie colors, G1 Galvatron for a quick comparison in their vehicle modes, and yeah, you can definitely see where all the influences are, and you can see some differences, but all in all, they both look really good. And I think this new one does a great job of updating the original. Now, it would have been nice if they had electronics in this thing, but I have no idea how they'd pull that off, so we're just going to have to take it for what it is, and it is still very awesome. But I think it's time we got him into robot mode, so let's get to transforming. So, we finally have it. This is the Galvatron we've been waiting so long for. And it's finally here. I've been wanting a Voyager class Classics Galvatron for years. And I'm very happy to finally have it in my collection. Now, personally, I was debating on trying to get the Takara version and just letting the US version go, but I decided to just go for it. You know what? I like this guy. He looks cool. I did kind of get something wrong, but there we go. Yeah, you can either have that up, which is kind of similar to his G1 self, not quite. But, you know, or you can have it down. Either way is fine. That's up to you. But yeah, he is big, bulky, and looks great. I do like him. Now, let's get a look at the head, and we'll probably get into the big flaw. Because this is one of the Titan Masters, and since it's about the same size as one of the Deluxes, the head is a little small on its own, so they use like this mask piece to bulk it out a bit. Unfortunately, well, it actually looks fine on camera. The head is actually recessed in a bit, and the articulation, sorry, his legs are a little loose. But the articulation is quite limited with this mask on. It's unfortunate. And it just flips under. And there's the head underneath. Which isn't... It's actually... looks like it's a decent size for it. So it's not like it's too small on its own. They just couldn't get the crown to work on this particular head, so they had to put the mask on. Luckily, Shapeways has a proper helmet for him that you can put on to make it look more Galvatron-like. But until I can actually afford to get that, this mask will probably have to do. And for the most part, it's not it's not a game breaker for it. You know, it's not great, but I'm just happy to have Galvatron. So, we already looked at the articulation for the head. With and without the helmet. Well, without the helmet, it's the standard ball joint, so yeah. In fact, let's get it down once for a bit. Yeah, it's a standard ball joint. You got the up and down, wiggle, waggle, the whole bit. So, you got that. And with it's just a slight left and right. But he's got universal shoulders, detented out in and out movement, has bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. Nothing really at the wrists. They can go in and out and they're detented, so they won't flip and flop around like Scourges would, which is good. He has a waist, but it's kind of hindered by the backpack. So can move a little bit, but yeah, the backpack's gonna hinder it. Unfortunate, but not a game breaker again. Got universal hips, in and out, forward, back. A little bit more than 90 at the knees. You got forward, backward at the ankles, like very slight, but you got also have a nice ankle pivot, so he can stand natural, and it works out pretty well. Also has thigh swivel. And the belt pieces can move out of the way, or the side pieces. Now, you may have noticed I'm sure you've noticed the big honkin' fusion cannon on his arm. And how that affects posability. Well, you got the full up and down movement, forward, back. You can move it in and out. It doesn't really get in the way. Bicep swivel might be a little hindered by the shoulder pad, which, yeah, can move up and out of the way, and you got this that can move up and out of the way. So, yeah. Now, there have been complaints about the fusion cannon being on the front of the arm, which is actually G1 accurate, so that doesn't bother me. I like it as it is. But Shapeways also, like Fake Buster, who made the helmet I mentioned, also did an adapter to put the cannon on the side of the arm. But again, I'm fine with it on the front. Like this part here, and the movable shoulder pauldron, it makes it workable. So yeah, I'm fine with it as it is. Kind of wish it had a handle right here that he can actually hold and look like he's actually firing. That would be cool. Kind of did that on the cartoon bit sometimes, but you know, as it is, I'm fine with it. So I guess we should get some comparisons in. So back him up so he's in full view, and then we will bring in first the G1 Anime Colors Galvatron from Takara. And yeah, he's a bit smaller, a bit darker of purple. The Takara version of Galvatron, will they be this light purple? If I can actually get him to stay where he's supposed to. But yeah, the Takara version will actually match this light purple of this G1 Galvatron, which is not the original G1 Galvatron, who was just gray, and I think that dark purple maybe a more bluish tinge. But yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be something else. But okay, we gotta get him with his left and right hand men, Cyclonus and Scourge. And yeah, I'm using Universe 2.0 here this time, and these three do look good together. Well, this is the Challenge at Cybertron version, but yeah, those two look good together. And you know, just for fun, we'll swap out for Combiner Wars Galvatron, who's closer to, like, Combiner Wars Cyclonus, who's closer to Galvatron's size and closely matches the paint scheme a bit. Not quite, but very close. So that looks pretty good. And before I forget to do this, because I almost did, we gotta compare them with the Universe 2.0 mold, which is, this is again Challenge at Cybertron. Look at that size difference. And we've had to put up with this one since 2009. Here we are 7 years later, finally get a Galvatron that we wanted. So, yeah, I'd say the only slight advantage this one has is a better head sculpt. But, you know, that's it. That's it. I mean, this one doesn't move much. It's very difficult to transform and doesn't look great in robot mode or vehicle mode. This one looks awesome. So, yeah, we got a better Galvatron. So, I guess, last but not least, we'll get him with Classics Hot Rod, again, Challenge at Cybertron version, and Fans Project Protector, which is using the actual Classics Hot Rod. And, or Rodimus, you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, so, yeah. So Protector, or Rodimus Prime, looks really good with this Galvatron. A little shorter, but that's fine. Galvatron's the big, tough Decepticon leader. I am fine with him being taller. In fact, I am more comfortable with him being taller rather than this. So, yeah. And, yeah, I'd definitely say Galvatron is worth having. Easy. That is just too easy to say. So that'll wrap things up for Galvatron. A really good figure. Worth having. Definitely. I love it. The face mask isn't working all too great, unfortunately, but Shapeways has helmets, so go on, look up Fake Buster, and take your pick on IDW or G1. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. So until then, goodbye out there. Whatever you are.